just wait for a few people to jump on.
¿El restaurante?
Sí, aquí, sí.
¿Es ahí, no?
Sí.
Gracias.
De nada. Good morning, beautiful souls. Oh, there's a few on. Hi, welcome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. First of all, I would like to wish everybody a lovely day, whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, whatever you're creating, whether you're just relaxing and feeling the energies around you and trying to cope with them and work with them and understand them. That's something that we all have to do. Most people don't understand what energy means. They're never taught this word, and yet all the most most of the geniuses of this world, philosophers, great deep thinkers, talk about energy. And whenever you mention the word energy to the general public, most of them just look at you as if you're an absolute plonker. And yet everything is energy, everything. And if you understand that, then you can probably navigate through life far more easier. So how do you break down energy? What is it? What does it mean? How does it work? My understanding of energy is life force. That's who you are. You're an energy, not the physical per se, because it's very difficult to identify a rock by saying it's an energy than something that is around us, which is invisible. So when I say energy around somebody and it feels dark, then you can relate to that. But if I said to you that a rock is energy, most people can't really comprehend that. It's a difficult one to understand. So a rock vibrates at a certain frequency and energy, and water, liquid, vibrates at a certain frequency. Crystals are beautiful because they vibrate in between both of those frequencies. So everything is energy. So wood is an energy. It's fascinating, really. Somebody once asked me if plastic was energy, and I thought, what a bloody brilliant question. So I got a piece of plastic, which was a plastic bottle, and put it down and tried to look for the energy that it was vibrating at, and sure enough it vibrates at its own frequency. So even man-made shit, crap, vibrates at a frequency. So it's true, everything is energy, and it's very difficult when you don't work in that field. So when I first started this field of work, I wanted to understand what that meant. What is energy? How does it work? Can it be contaminated? Can it grow? Can it shrink? All of the stupid questions you would ask, which are not really so stupid, but to anybody else they would seem stupid. Can energy grow? Yes, it can, depending on what the energy of the frequency is of the Earth, because in the alignment of the stars, which causes a frequency shift and change of this planet, the energy on planet Earth changes, and so does yours. Therefore, what happens above happens below. Fascinating. So sometimes you can feel down and not know why, and it could be simply a shift of energy from the change of the stars. And look towards Nostradamus astrology for these things, because they normally tell you certain moments in our cycle. Women have cycles, the earth has cycles. What does all that mean? Well, everything breathes, right? Everything breathes, everything. So the universe breathes. It breathes in, it breathes out. Contracts, expands. That's the law of nature. So if your body isn't breathing, then you will have a block, and then that block will cause great pain and suffering. So if you eat crap and you eat non-foods, then you're not breathing, your body can't breathe, and then it gets blocked, and then it causes great issue. So every part of your body is an energy, but that energy is specifically created as a physical. So everything that you are is a living entity that breathes and releases. And if you can't breathe and release, you're going to cause issue to your body. Now, most people block themselves on a physical level, so they'll put perfumes on, they'll put mascara on, they'll put all sorts of crap on their body, like suntan lotion and stuff like that, and the body cannot breathe then. So the worst thing about it is when it seeps into the skin and goes into your body, it causes great harm to your body. So there is something that a lot of these famous people who used to body paint themselves, they all realized that if they didn't actually leave a certain section in their body so it could breathe, that they could suffocate themselves. So normally I believe it was at the base of the spine, but I'm not sure. You probably know better than me. So everything breathes, you know, trees breathe, the earth itself breathes. So everything is energy. Going back to that, when you are balanced in the sense of grounded, when you are touching Mother Earth, you are becoming the same energy as Mother Earth. When you are in a room full of plonkers, full of judgmental plonkers, you're in that energy frequency. So they vibrate at a plonker energy, at a numpty energy. Okay, this is the only way we could say, you know. So when you're in that energy, you then start to think thoughts of negativity, which creates energy straight away. Thoughts create energy. So you've got twofold attack. You've got numpties in a room, all being idiots. You're picking that energy up because their thoughts are creating energy. You step into their energy field and you will vibrate at their frequency if there's enough of them in that room, unless you're extremely strong. I just walk out of a room. If you're in a room full of people who are terribly depressed, the same thing happens again. If you are in a vicinity of people who are all stressed, who are all, maxed up to their Visa card, they feel they don't know, they're in complete confusion. You can be in that vicinity for 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you can pick that energy up. Now, how do you pick that energy up, and how do you know that you've picked that energy up? This is the problem that we're not taught at school. A lot of the times, our energy and how we react and feel is sometimes to do with the energy around us. When you're in a company of beautiful souls, all meditating, all feeling happy, all filled with joy, you will vibrate at that frequency and start to heal. Your body starts to heal when it's in a frequency of joy and healing. So when you're in a frequency of fear, your body stops healing. So one of the things that I saw at the beginning of my healing career was this. Nobody ever actually healed when they were in fear. They couldn't. So my first job was to lie them down on a healing bed and start to clear that energy of fear. And fear is an energy, and it is a dense, thick, dirty, disgusting grey matter that causes chaos in the physical body. So the physical body cannot work. It does not work. All your little fish in your body is struggling to eat away fear. It can't eat fear away. These little tiny workforce in your body that normally cleans your body when you're in meditation, it goes around because there's no issue. When there is a negative thought in your mind, when you are feeling the negative energy, it expresses itself in a way of chaos, and your little fish inside your body head for where that chaos is. So imagine that you're in fear and all your body is being creating this chaos. The little fish can't clear it away because your mind is in this chaos. You're creating it because you're feeling it. Okay, that's why I say just walk away. Don't kill yourself. It's slowly killing you when you're in that abuse energy, when you're in that dirty, horrible, stinking, disgusting cesspit of other people's negativity and fears, get away from it quickly as you can. And likewise, if you are creating that same fear, negative, you need to fix yourself. You need to sort yourself out ASAP. The worst thing that I find is self-sabotage. And this is the, I don't want to live, there's no point living, I don't know why I'm here. Don't talk to me like that. Don't come to me or don't send me messages like that, because there's no helping you. Now, there's people out there in the world who take on board that they're not feeling well, not because of themselves per se, but most of the time external forces. There is darkness in this world that is constantly trying to kill energy, kill pure, loving, kind, happy, joyful energy, and it does it in so many ways. So we're attacked daily. So the only way we can heal from that attack is by going inside and healing ourselves, healing our trauma, healing our issues, healing our personal life situations. Most people find that too challenging. So when people send me a message saying I don't want to live anymore, that to me, that I don't bite to that anymore. I used to, but now I realised it's all fake. That's rubbish. If you want to get up off your ass and do something, then break free from that. Oh, that's awful, Mark. You shouldn't say that. You know, you don't understand people. I do actually understand people. And most people don't want to actually heal themselves. They want somebody else to heal them. So if I'm not feeling well and I'm feeling down, I look externally first of all, see what's going on around me, first thing, cleanse myself, sage myself, see all of these things, right? Nobody's interested in, to be honest. Most people, only a fraction of people will actually want to get up and try and help themselves, because most people are lazy. Most people just want somebody to fix them. And that's the problem with life, and that's why it's so easy to manipulate the masses, because they want to be led. They want to be told what to do, what to swallow, what not to swallow, where to go, where not to go. That's what, and this is the problem with humanity. I worked alongside people like that for 2 decades trying to help, and I realized that most people just don't want help. They actually like being in the cesspit and wallowing in misery and fear and breaking news, and they're addicted to it. So you'll fix them, you'll help them, and then they'll go back and resort back to the same program, and they're not willing to unprogram themselves. So they enjoy the moment, and then when it's gone, I look at them and think, well, you've done that. So what I used to say, I saw all of this right at the beginning. I used to say to people, look, now you've got this, I mean, it took some doing, guys. It's like an hour and a half of working frigging hard. That's why I don't do it anymore. Working so hard to clear the energy of the mind, clear the energy of the body, so then they're vibrating at their true force. That's their core, that's who they are. So now they've got this clean bill of health, of well-being. Now I used to say, okay, now we've done this, you've now got to hold on to it. And I teach this as a pure energy healer. You've got to hold on to this. You've got to make your client understand that it's up to them whether they hold on to this piece or not, because it's an energy. So you hold on to this energy, and the first moment that you start to feel bad, look around, see where you are, or who upset you, or what upset you at that time. If it's you, you've got to go internally and find out why that upset you and why your energy changed from peace to chaos. And when I used to do that, it was like 1% would recognize it and fix it. 99% would just come back for another healing session. Now, I didn't mind doing healing sessions. I loved it. I loved to help them and feel better. But it's like me going out fishing in Africa for a young lad, catching him a fish. You've heard the expression, right? But teach him to fish and he'll never be hungry again, right? So all I kept doing with most of my clients was, you know, just fishing for them, just so that they could eat every day, every week, every month, and every year, instead of them, you know, learning how to fish themselves, learning how to heal themselves. And that's why I stopped after 2 decades and started to teach energy healing. So that way you became the healer. That way you became your teacher. And that really started to change the whole. Yeah, it's kind of a game, isn't it? Everything's a game. It kind of changed everything, and so many people came to learn how to heal, and it was like getting more stronger. Then it was like more and more people were saying, oh my God, I'm feeling so much better, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Okay, so you listened, you implement it. So many people just watch TikTok, so many people just watch videos, digest it and then switch off. Oh, that was lovely. So you've got the knowledge, but you don't use it. What's the point of sitting and listening to knowledge and not putting it into practice? It makes no sense, and it reverts back to the same thing. Most people are lazy. They just want you to feed them what they want, and they don't want to get up and do anything. And that is the truth. People in general are bloody lazy. They just want everything easy, and that's why corporations have grown so fast, because they know that most people are lazy. They don't want to cut vegetables up. They don't want to prepare the food. They want packet food. They want crisp. They want instant food that they can stick into a microwave. Yeah, okay, so it's true what Jordan Maxwell said. It's absolutely 100% true what that guy said, and no matter what you think about Jordan Maxwell, that guy absolutely was right. You get the government you deserve. You really do. And you get what you deserve in this world. This is it. And this is why we are where we are, because we've created it. We've allowed it to happen instead of saying no. I'm not walking up to that machine and putting my groceries through that machine and walking away. Why is that? What's wrong with you? Because I want people to have a job. Because I know when everybody's heading towards these machines that are so easy to click, 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 and then to walk out instead of queue. I don't want to queue up. Well, why not? You're employing somebody. You're giving somebody money so that they can pay for their children to go to school. Now it's machines, which means nobody's going to have a job in the end. That you're going to look back and think, shit, I created this. Or are you? Probably not. So, I refuse to use them machines if I can. If they say to me, I'm sorry, but there's no other way, I'll say, well, you help me. You I don't know what I'm doing. You do it. I act stupid. You do it. And then they look at me as if I'm an idiot, and they don't realise that I'm doing this because once I've learned to use this machine, young lady, you'll be gone. So they laugh at me, they mock me, they get angry at me, but they don't realise that I'm actually trying to help them. And this is the clueless of humanity. They are clueless. They are digging their own grave in this world. They're eating all the wrong foods, which eventually is going to kill them. They're drinking all the poisoned water, and so on. And it goes on and on and on. And then you can see people's energy, or I can, and the energy now, the frequency of people's energy is so bizarre. And normally I can be sat here and I can see somebody who's just had the flu jab, or Britney Spears again, and the chaotic energy that's happening is freaky. And one day I'll write a book about the energy fields and what's happening when somebody's been injected. And I can normally spot somebody who's been injected because the frequency that is being admitted from their body, which is normally like, I don't know if you ever, back in the days when I was a kid, there was an advert on TV for Ready Break, and this guy had his oats, right, which is all poison now, his oats, and then little boy went out with his coat on. It was cold, but he had this glow around him. That's energy. That's how it looks. Now, when your energy's off, it can look really distorted depending on how you're feeling. So if somebody sat there now, if there's a young girl sat there now and I start focusing on her energy, I can tell you where her issue is or pain is. So she might have an issue in her shoulder. Why is that? Because the energy around the shoulder is off. The colour could be off. The frequency vibration could be completely different vibration. And it could have like a different... If you look at a tree, the energy around a tree is normally equal on all parts. So if you look at a tree, depending on how it's vibrating, how strong it is, if it's weak, if it's poorly, you can see Same, trees the same. You can see if it's ill at a certain place in its trunk or in its wherever. So you look at a tree, like I'm looking at one now, and I can see this grey but white energy around it, and it comes in 3 or 4-fold energies. And as I'm looking at all of them, I can see the vibration all the way around the tree is practically equal. Now, if it isn't equal and there's a distortion in that energy, that means there's something at that particular point that is vibrating, which is telling me that that part is either healing, which normally it is, because we are normally healing, or we're making ourselves sick. So it's either healing or there's a problem there. So I can look at a child, and I can see the frequency of a child sat there, and if their head energy around their head is different, it means that the child is going through either a trauma or there's something happening in the head. But excitement, if you've got a child and you saw a child stood there and they start laughing, the energy field is equally around them but grows. As soon as they get excited, their energy field grows, maybe might a half an inch, but it grows. Soon as a child starts to feel bad, the energy shrinks in and starts to change frequency and vibrates differently. Why? Because the energy field is giving you energy to compensate for the stress or the illness or whatever you're feeling. If you are vibrating at happiness, your heart or your consciousness kicks out an energy that spreads, so that your energy field grows, and you think, wow, happiness is really health, it's really well-being. And that's why these clever folks say, be happy, try to be happy, because happiness is not just a word, it's healing energy. It heals the whole of your body, it heals billions and trillions of parts of the cells that you have no idea about. And by healing that, you strengthen the whole of your immune system. It's just incredible. But these are the things that I talk about in Pure Energy Healing. When you come for 4 days Pure Energy Healing, I explain certain things about how to heal, why you heal, and where to heal. So energy is everything. That's my little chat today. I could go on and on and on, but I think I bore people after a while on energy. But it's a fascinating subject, my God. But yeah, so on a final note, I guess I just want to say, just be observant to your energy, be observant to your thoughts, be observant to your friends and family's thoughts, be observant to what you're looking at on the black screen, be observant to your energy and how you're feeling, and protect yourself. Always protect yourself, put yourself first, and by doing that you can make a difference in the world for everybody else. But if you don't, then you'll always be a victim of your own lack of care for yourself, self-care. Anyway, how you all doing? Never say hello, do I? And there's always a few nice messages. Laughter is consciousness. Yeah, happiness is everything, but it's the hardest thing to achieve. Same with inner peace, it's one of the hardest things to achieve, and most people, when you say peace, they don't know what it is. It might last for a few seconds, but they have no idea what peace is. Oh, it's true. Sorry if that upset you, but I'm the same. It takes great strength and dedication to get inner peace. It took me years to understand what inner peace is, and now I can meditate within a few seconds and go into meditation without a single thought. That I am proud of. Yeah, smile at a stranger is always a beautiful thing. And smile at yourself in the mirror too. Most people don't, end up just looking at themselves, seeing if they look okay. I smile in the mirror. Okay, it looks like work's calling me, so I'm going to have to get back to work, and I'm going to do some videos today on YouTube. I hope you enjoy this video. Love you all. Take care. Thank you for listening. I hope I haven't bored you too much, guys. Take care.